Alright, so here today we got some fun stuff that I wanted to kind of talk about here, as I believe this is a global launch event of what they're going for, to give you kind of an idea for what your game is going to look like, because with this game, they kind of front-loaded one aspect of it while leaving the other one not dead, but not like insanely push heavy, which we'll talk about. Then we're going to go through things, talk about pretty much what it looks like for launch and what you might be seeing, as this was what the CBT had to offer and kind of what was there. So pretty much in the CBT here, this is again where we were at with the polls. It was so. This is the question. They announced this on the SEA version, and they announced this as like a global feature. It seemed like it was a launch feature as well. I don't know, because the marketing team, I don't even know what side of this is, like where we listen to, because the marketing of this game is like very heavy on Crunchyroll side, but they don't like have official accounts to like follow and be aware of. The SEA versions have so much stuff to follow and be aware of, and their teasers and announcements and character reveals and stuff like that. So the game is a very much mess when it comes to that. It does feel like there's like information everywhere and you don't know which one to believe, or like which one you're supposed to listen to, because there's two separate versions. Like which one is our information? We don't know. But pretty much, let's go beyond that. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. It helps out a ton. Over here is the launch event I believe that they're going to be giving you. It's called the Draw times 300 Assembly Operation. The point of this event, technically speaking, is strictly to give you an insane amount of pulls to help you push two sets of banners. One banner being over here, the standard character banner. With this banner here, pretty much you have an SSR character guaranteed within 80 recruitments, and then after 300, you can pick any character you want. There is this banner there too as well. It says SSR character guaranteed within 80 recruitments, and then you can like choose like your rated up character pretty much. So there's two sets of banners, whichever one they end up letting you use, I guess. But the whole point of it is to build towards a 300 pity and then pick the character you kind of want. I believe that's what they're going for here. There's also another draw, which is this draw over here, I believe. So if I were to select like this over here, I can now do like a 10 pull, correct? With the other currency, which is like jades or gems. So there's two separate currencies, correct? The two separate banners that are supposed to be there, and they give you pulls to help you build towards the banner, right? After 50 pity, you're guaranteed one character. Every 80 pity, you're guaranteed a character, and then a 300 character, guaranteed a character of your choice. There are separate events they've hosted over here, so just by coming into the game, they're giving you 20 free pulls as a welcome reward. Which, if we are planning rerolls, I'm guessing that's like your 20 reroll pulls. If you're trying to reroll the rated up banner, sorry to break it to you, there's not much currency to do so. I swear when and again, I don't know if this is just a CBT reward. When logging into the game, the only currency you literally get is like 400 plus like 2 mission completions or 3, which is like 60 currency, which is not much to do anything. The goal would probably be to pull or put summons into like whatever banner it is, which if there are standard pulls at the reroll start, then go to the shop and then get these and then continue summoning. That's the other process on rerolling. But the goal is they've front-loaded standard pulls, and they front-loaded it by a lot. 300 pulls is what they're giving you. 80 over here by completing through main story, and then 40 of the gems by just doing the same thing. You pull those into getting your choice, whichever card you want. Daily activity, Soul Reaper log is also there as well. That's another 30 and 10. Then over here, 14 days Serite check-in is also 10 and 15. And then trial, which is, this is like a harder thing. I think like 24, and then above that and beyond to get more. It's 40 and 55. They have the events like kind of put out over here. First, they're giving you a free, 2 free of the cards per character. So 2 over here for the first character, and then over here, second one. Another, again, SR character for free, and then 2 cards for her. Then again, the 10 pull, and then the rest of the pulls here. So spiritual gems and the standard currency is very in abundance, in high abundance throughout the game here. By completing missions like this, which is a very similar game to like 99% of gachas out there, very similar, like throwaway event, I guess you can say. They give you a bunch of currencies, 5 over here, 10, and then 10 pull of spiritual gems, right? And then just level up currency, stuff like this, which will help you gain experience, stuff like this for skill upgrades, stuff like this as well for, again, stamp XP. A lot of this stuff is going to be scattered here. So this is like your, what's the word? Growth event. That's the word. Growth event. That's this over here. This is the growth event. Over here is the special training. Now by just progressing and doing things pretty much, you just pick up more currencies. You get these missions completed by like drawing any SSR character one time, ascending one character one time. Just by doing that stuff over here, you progress this. And then again, more pulls, more character XP, more stuff like that to help you just build. It's special training. The whole point of it, that's what it is. So complete the special training to obtain abundant cultivation materials, assembly order times 10, and spiritual gems times 5. Then here, just by completing through storylines, and this is like a gacha, like freaking no, the gachas are known to have this event. This is a very standard thing here. You have chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, across the board to 8, hard mode as well, and then extreme as well for 80 pulls, and then 40 pulls here. And this is a permanent event, right? Over here as well, another permanent event, 55 of this, 40 of this, and pretty much you just push each of the contents. These are each of the typings of the game. By pushing each one of these, you pick up 5 pulls, upwards of 55 assembly order, and 40 spiritual gems. So there is a lot of stuff scattered across the game here. So I'm very curious if this is what launch is going to have, and it's not just like a CBT thing exclusively, because it makes sense. They're front loading you on strictly what is the word? Standard stuff, right? Like if you're wondering like, hey, what's the economy when it comes to like pulling over here? It's this currency, which is acquired through just like farming all the contents and such. Like everything that has a first clear, like anything in the game that has a first clear, all of that gives you like 20-ish currency. And then all this stuff that has first clears, each of this that has subcategories have first clears. That's sort of like that front of it. Then the daily and weekly system, wherever the hell that is, because CBT doesn't really show that off. This is like the fusion area. And then putting the 300 pulls into this banner, or whichever banner you choose, you pick up like sigils, and those sigils can be used over here, right? These are the guide emblems or sigils. You put them over here, and you can build as many as you want. For example, I did like 40 or 50 pulls in the beta, and I picked up almost enough to get like 5 of these. So you could say 300 pulls, depending on if you get like more SSRs or more dupes, comparatively speaking. You pick up much more of these warfare orders. We're talking like off of 300 pulls plus maybe, let's say like 30 or 40. Let's say about that much, depending on luck and everything, right? Which is pretty nice. And then there's like 3 of them in here, and then like the permanent amount as well. 3 of these each. So that's kind of how you're picking up your premium currencies. Once that ends, I'm curious on what like the entire economy of the game is, because there's like no PvP system and stuff like that. So I wonder like the rankings and everything. As of now, again, they promised that this game was in development for a while. They have more content and more things coming soon, and they mentioned the PvP was on their list. I just don't know what's the next thing after that, right? But for now, that's I think what your global economy is going to look like when it comes to launch and such. It's 300 standard pulls, a bit of the premium currencies scattered across like the base content and such. Once that dries up, that question is what happens next. That's like the answer I don't really have for you. But for example, like also characters have like trials and such, which that's somewhere. There's like a trial and such for characters, which will give you more currencies too. So each time a character drops, that's more currency, but not enough to say like, you know, we're progressing, dude. We're progressing now. But yeah, let me know what you think. That's what I think the global process will look like. But that's what we got. Yeah, pretty simple video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll catch you in the next one. Have fun, stay safe, peace, and enjoy. And that's been it from me.